In this tutorial, we're going to talk about combining paths, dividing, uniting, and so forth. If you remember in the previous tutorial, we had this flower which I scaled up, and we went to outline mode, and it looks like this because it's made up of several petals that have rotated as of this vector point and have shaped into this daisy. Now what I want to do in this tutorial is show you how to combine these paths, how to unite these elements. So to do that, I will go to Window and then Pathfinder. And this window opens. Now, there are so many options under Pathfinder. The first is about shape modes, the second is about pathfinders. We'll cover, a couple of these because each one does something specific and they're really powerful. I really encourage you to go ahead and play with them. But for this tutorial, I'm going to cover only the unite option and then the divide option. So what I want to show you now is just hit Command A to select all the petals. And then if I go to unite, what it will do is, if you see actually now, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 petals. If you hit on this unite icon or button, it's going to unite all of these 9 petals into one shape, as you just saw. So now when you go to the outline mode, Command Y, you see that it's one outermost flower as opposed to being, 9 ellipses that intersect in the center. Okay, so that's the first thing I wanted to show you, the unite option. The second thing I want to show you is the divide option. But before doing that, let me undo what I did by hitting Command Z, and it will take me back to my 9 petals. What I want to do is, with all my petals selected, I want to click on this divide option. Now what divide does is everything that's intersecting, all paths that are intersecting, get divided, which means that now, let me click outside and show you, this section is separate from this section, is separate from this section, and so forth, because all intersecting parts got divided, and I end up having the result of that division. So in this case, I can do something artistic like the following. I already went ahead and prepared my colors before starting the tutorial. I created a small gradient of light pink to dark pink, and I'm going to use the direct selection tool or the white arrow tool, select the outermost elements, if you will. They're no longer petals, so I'm going to call them the big ellipses, holding down the shift key to select them all, only the outermost ones, and then color them with this light pink color. Okay, and then whatever is inside, I want to select, holding down the shift key, and I want to color those this pink color. Now I did this step just to show you, but they were originally colored this magenta color anyway, so we don't need to do this step, but I just wanted to show you that these are the elements that we need. The next elements that we need are the ones inside. So I'm clicking in the center of those little elements that are forming that shape for me. If you select one of the big petals by mistake, just click again. Obviously, you still have the shift key down, okay, and it will become deselected. So remember, I have the shift key held in order to be able to select all of these internal elements. So these colors, I want to color this darker pink. And finally, I have this innermost circle inside, which maybe is hard for me to select while I'm, while I'm on this view so you can actually zoom in. Let me show you a shortcut to zooming in. The normal way is just to hit Command plus, but if you only want to zoom in a specific area, you can hold the Command and the space bar together. You see, the Command and the space bar will give you the zoom in option, and then click outside and drag. So this will zoom in only that small section for you. Okay, so now again using the direct selection tool, select these innermost petals and color them the even darker pink, which is, I believe, this. And finally we have this tiny what's left from that division. To do that, I will also select them like this, and then color them this last darkest color. So you see, this is a beautiful result that we came up with only in a couple of minutes just by drawing an ellipse, rotating it several times, and then rotating it and copying it, and then dividing the whole result and coloring each element a different color. And so in this tutorial we've covered dividing and uniting.